When people think of royalty, they often imagine unlimited wealth, endless privileges, and every expense covered by the palace. But every so often, a story emerges that challenges those assumptions. In recent years, Princess Leonor has repeatedly surprised royal watchers with decisions that suggest she wants to shape a modern image of responsibility rather than dependence. One of the most talked about rumors is that she refused to let the royal palace pay for a particular move in her life. Whether the specific claim is true or not, it reflects a much larger conversation about how Spain's future queen wants to be seen. Today, we'll explore why this story has attracted so much attention, what we actually know about Princess Leonor's public image, and why financial independence, even symbolic independence, has become an important part of modern royalty. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments, if you were a future monarch, would you insist on paying your own way whenever possible? Let's get started. For centuries, European royals rarely worried about who paid for what. Palaces, governments, and royal households managed nearly every aspect of their lives. Travel, housing, education, ceremonies, and security were considered part of their official responsibilities. But times have changed. Modern monarchies face greater public scrutiny than ever before. Every expenditure is examined by taxpayers, journalists, and social media users. Even relatively small expenses can become national debates. Spain's royal family understands this reality perhaps better than most. Following years of public controversy surrounding former members of the royal family, transparency has become increasingly important for King Felipe VI. Since becoming king, he has worked to rebuild public confidence by emphasizing accountability, financial openness, and a more streamlined monarchy. Princess Leonor has grown up entirely within this new environment. From an early age, she has witnessed how closely every royal decision is analyzed. That's why stories suggesting she wants to avoid unnecessary palace spending resonate with many observers. Even if individual rumors cannot always be verified, they fit the broader image the royal household has carefully cultivated. One reason such stories gain traction is Leonor's education. Instead of remaining exclusively within royal circles, she has studied alongside students from different countries and backgrounds. Her time at UWC Atlantic College in Wales exposed her to classmates whose lives differed dramatically from royal life. Living in an international boarding school encouraged independence, responsibility, and cooperation. Students handled demanding schedules, community service, academic pressure, and daily responsibilities together. Many royal commentators believe that experience influenced Leonor's outlook. Rather than expecting special treatment, she often appeared eager to participate like everyone else. That approach earned praise from teachers and classmates who described her as hardworking and approachable. It also strengthened the public perception that she values responsibility over privilege. Military training has reinforced that image even further. As part of her preparation for becoming Spain's future commander-in-chief, Princess Leonor entered military training programs designed to expose her to the realities faced by members of Spain's armed forces. The training has included physically demanding exercises, strict discipline, and long periods away from traditional royal comforts. Images released by the palace showed Leonor wearing the same uniforms as fellow cadets and participating in ordinary military routines. Rather than projecting luxury, these moments highlighted commitment and service. That visual message matters enormously. Every photograph helps shape public opinion. When people see a future queen standing beside fellow cadets instead of apart from them, it reinforces the idea that leadership requires shared experiences. Financial symbolism works in much the same way. Imagine two headlines. One announces that every aspect of a royal transition is funded entirely by palace resources. Another suggests the future queen personally chose to minimize costs or cover certain expenses herself. Which story better reflects modern expectations? For many people, the second feels more relatable. It suggests humility, awareness, and respect for public money. That's why rumors about Princess Leonor refusing palace funding continue to generate discussion. Whether discussing travel arrangements, housing, or personal choices, these stories reflect values many citizens appreciate. Of course, it's important to separate confirmed facts from speculation. Spain's royal household does not publicly disclose every financial detail of Princess Leonor's private decisions. Official statements typically focus on institutional matters rather than personal spending. As a result, many dramatic headlines rely on anonymous sources or media speculation rather than confirmed palace announcements. Responsible reporting requires acknowledging that distinction. Still, even without confirming every rumor, it's reasonable to recognize the broader trend. The Spanish monarchy has consistently emphasized modesty, transparency, and public service. Leonor's public appearances generally support that image. Observers often note her calm demeanor, disciplined conduct, and willingness to embrace demanding responsibilities. These qualities contribute to the perception that she would naturally avoid unnecessary luxury. Another important factor is generational change. Princess Leonor belongs to a generation that grew up during economic uncertainty, digital transparency, and constant online scrutiny. Young public figures understand that appearances matter. A single photograph can reach millions of people within minutes. Every visible decision becomes part of their public identity. Because of this, symbolic gestures carry enormous weight. Even relatively small financial decisions can communicate broader values. Choosing simplicity over extravagance sends a powerful message. Choosing responsibility over entitlement can strengthen public trust. For a future queen, trust may be one of the most valuable assets of all. International comparisons also help explain why these stories attract attention. Across Europe, younger royals increasingly emphasize normality. Many pursue university education, military service, charitable work, and hands-on experiences outside traditional palace life. Citizens often respond positively when royals appear connected to everyday realities. Princess Leonor's public image fits within this wider trend. Rather than presenting herself as distant or untouchable, official appearances often emphasize preparation, duty, and national service. Her speeches have reflected maturity beyond her years. She frequently speaks about responsibility, unity, and commitment to Spain's future. These themes align naturally with stories about careful financial choices. Even if specific reports remain unconfirmed, they reinforce an existing narrative. Another reason palace funding stories matter is because taxpayers ultimately help support many official royal activities. Citizens naturally want assurance that public resources are being used responsibly. Modern royal households understand this expectation. Many have introduced greater financial transparency than existed decades ago. Spain has gradually increased public reporting regarding royal household finances. This shift reflects changing expectations throughout democratic societies. Future monarchs must demonstrate not only leadership but also accountability. Princess Leonor's reputation benefits whenever she is associated with those principles. It's also worth remembering that there is a difference between official duties and personal choices. Official travel representing the Spanish state is generally funded through official channels because it serves institutional purposes. Personal expenses are another matter. The public often appreciates seeing clear distinctions between public responsibilities and private spending. Maintaining that boundary helps preserve confidence in public institutions. As Leonor continues preparing for her future role, these conversations are likely to continue. Every educational milestone, military achievement, international visit, and public appearance will receive close attention. Each decision contributes to the image she is building before eventually becoming queen. That image appears centered on service rather than privilege, responsibility rather than excess, preparation rather than ceremony alone. Whether discussing military training, education abroad, or future responsibilities, those themes remain remarkably consistent. So, why won't Princess Leonor allow the palace to pay for this move? The truthful answer is that there is no official confirmation supporting that specific claim. However, the story persists because it reflects the broader reputation she has developed, a future monarch associated with discipline, modesty, and awareness of public expectations. In today's world, perception can be almost as influential as policy. Every gesture becomes part of a larger story about what kind of queen she may one day become. If current trends continue, many observers believe Princess Leonor will lead with a strong emphasis on transparency, public service, and responsible leadership. Whether through symbolic financial decisions or demanding military preparation, she continues shaping an image designed for the 21st century rather than the past. And perhaps that's exactly why stories like this continue capturing headlines around the world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest stories about Princess Leonor, the Spanish royal family, and the fascinating evolution of modern monarchies. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.